Good morning students, welcome back. In our previous lecture, I introduced about sequences and series and we learned some basics of sequences and series. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about some tests that helps us the given series whether it is going to be converge or diverge. So let's start with Cauchy's nth root test. Let's start. The statement of Cauchy's nth root test as follows. Let summation an be a series with an greater than or equal to 0, and suppose that limit n tends to infinity, nth root of an is equal to rho. Then the series is converges if rho less than 1. The series is diverges if rho greater than 1 or infinite. The test is inconclusive if rho is equal to 1. Let's try to understand these statements. So I took the series here, summation sigma an means a1 plus a2 plus up 3 an plus up to infinity. If I am not given I is equal to n is equal to 0 to infinity, simply I was given sigma, that tells us it is an infinite series. Okay, so I was given infinite series, then we have to check that whether this infinite series, positive terms of this series, whether it is going to be converge or diverge. So this is possible by checking with some tests. So today we consider this Cauchy's root test. So what it tells us, if I take an nth root of an, means an whole to the power of 1 by n, right? That is the meaning of nth root of n. Means we have nth term in our series. For that, if you take nth term, for that, if you apply this formula, limit n tends to infinity, an to the power of 1 by n, you should get some limit. The limit may be finite or infinite, doesn't matter. You should get some limit. Suppose if limit is lesser than 1, here limit means rho is less than 1, then the series is converges. If rho is greater than 1 or greater than 1 means you may get infinite also, then in that case series is diverges. This particular Cauchy's test is going to be fail if your limit value is equal to 1. So if your limit is 1, then this test will not give any information for us. That we can call it as test is inconclusive, or simply you can call test is fail if rho is equal to 1. Okay, rho means here limit. So this is basically we need to test. What we need to test? There is a series for us. From that I have to take nth term. For the nth term I should take whole to the power of 1 by n. Then I should apply limit n tends to infinity. If I get certain limit, based on this limit, and I am deciding whether the series is converging or diverging. Okay, so here the thing is that this rho is some limit. Okay, if it is lesser than 1, then the series is converge. Greater than 1, series is going to be diverge. If rho is equal to 1, then we can simply say test is failed. Means this Cauchy test is not suitable to test this particular series. Means we can't, with the help of this test, we can't tell the series is whether it is converging or diverging, because information is not able to get it from this. Okay, so let's start with some problems so that we can easily understand. Test for convergence of the series. So I was given series n is equal to 1 to infinity, 1 plus 1 by root n whole to the power of minus n to the power 3 by 2. Okay, so by seeing this, what will be, this is your series summation. I am taking here the series as some un, whether it may be an or un, doesn't matter. Okay, so summation un is equal to this one. So then what is your nth term here? Okay, whatever there after your sigma symbol, that will be your nth term. So un is equal to 1 plus 1 by under 1 by root 10 whole to the power of minus 3 by 2 minus n whole to the power of 3 by 2. Okay, now what is your formula for Cauchy's root test? Limit n tends to infinity un, nothing but your nth term, whole to the power of 1 by n. So I have un, I written here un and whole to the power of 1 by n. Okay, so now I should simplify that. I have to apply the limit for the whole function. So before going to do this whole thing I am writing in the denominator to change this particular sign minus. So that goes to 1 by 1 plus 1 by under root n to the power of 3 by 2 whole to the power of 1 by n. So now from this, see, if I took 1 to the power of 1 by n is nothing but again 1 only. Any number 1 to the power of any power will be equals to 1. Here if I take for this also n to the power of minus 1. 1 by n means n to the power of minus 1. Okay, if I take that into the numerator, n to the power of minus 1. So that means we have bases are equal. You can add it. 3 by 2 minus 1 means what? So that will be 1 by 2. Isn't it? 1 by n to the power of 1 by 2 means root n. Right? So limit n tends to infinity 1 by, because the numerator 1 to the power of 1 by n means 1 only, 1 by 1 plus 1 by root n whole to the power of root n. So you know well known formula, you may be remembered, limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power of n always equal to e. That is very important formula. One limit n tends to limit n tends to infinity. Okay, so we have certain something like 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power of n. Okay, means any number, then that value will be equals to your e. Okay, what is the value of e? 2.718. So this is limit n tends to infinity. So it is similar to this 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power of root n. So if I apply the limit for this denominator and numerator separately, numerator is constant limit, that is 1, denominator value is e, so that limit n tends to infinity, you are given nth term. When I apply the root test for this, what we got it? 1 by e. So what is the value of e? As I just now said, it is 2.713. So 1 by 2.713, that is lesser than 1 only, isn't it? Right. So we can say that as per our rule, when your limit is less than 1, the series is going to be converge. So that here by Cauchy's root test, I can tell that the given series is going to be convergent. So here we have certain variable 1 plus x by 1 plus x square by 2 square plus x cube by 3 cube up to infinity, and of course this whole series we can write summation un. Okay, this is also we can write it up as summation x power n by n to the power of n. Here n is equal to, you can start with 0, no problem. If you start with 0, then we have to remove this. So simply you can start with n equal to 1. So n equal to 1 to infinity, then we will get all the terms. If we start with 0, we will not get the first term. Okay, this is just a short form of your series. So here what is your n term now? Nth term is what? X to the power of n by n to the power of n. So simply you have to take your un term, means n term from the series. Okay, that is x by n whole to the power of n. For this we need to apply Cauchy's root test. So by Cauchy's root test, limit n tends to infinity u to the power of un whole to the power of 1 by n. What is your un here? X by n whole to the power of n whole to the power of 1 by n. So n will be gets cancelled. Then what we have? We have to apply limit n tends to infinity x by n. So when n tends to infinity, x by infinity will becomes 0. So any value divided by when it goes to the infinity, so that is going to be 0, isn't it? Right. So 0 is lesser than 1, therefore this series is going to be convergent. Because why I am taken here x by n tends to, so here we provide x greater than 0, so we have certain value here. Some let me take 2 or 3 something. By n tends to infinity, then obviously it goes to 0. So this is one more problem. We have to test for convergence of this particular series. I just written twice, not required, one time is enough. So n equal to 1 to infinity n cube by 3 power n, right? So what is your nth term here? So what is your un? Only beside your sigma, whatever it is there, that is your un, n cube by 3 power n, nth term. So now as per our formula, un whole to the power of 1 by n means I can just substitute this value here. Okay. So then what is happening here? If you are observed, what is there here? N to the power of 3 by n by 3. So when n tends to infinity, let us see this power 3 by n tends to infinity. So when n tends to infinity, what is going to be happen? Okay, obviously that is going to be 0. So infinity to the power of 0, any number to the power of 0 is 1, that is 1 by 3. So otherwise we know this result also, n tends to infinity, n to the power of 1 by n is equal to 1, right? So we have 1 by 3, of course 1 by 3 is less than 1, so that the series is convergent. So we have to test this series. 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3 into x plus 3 by 4 square x square plus 4 by 5 whole cube x cube, something like that. So in this problem, the main important thing is you have to write your nth term. That is very important. So by just checking your first term itself, here this first term, of course here also there, this first term, it will not give you any information to write your nth term. So even you can neglect, if you want you can neglect. That's why I shown here neglecting the first term. The reason is for infinite series, infinite positive series or infinite series, when you add certain term or delete certain terms, that series value will not change and these properties will not change. That you please keep in mind. Okay, right. So anyway, and let you think about the other terms. We have some other terms. Have you got any clue that to write your un? So if you understood carefully, let you take this third term. I have 3 by 4 whole square x square. Okay. Suppose if this whatever, if you start with n equal to 1 or 2, if n equal to 1 you should get this, and n equal to 2 if you get this. So then if it is n equal to 2, then here it is 3 means it should be n plus 1 by, this is 4 means if we took n equal to 2, this is n plus 2, right? So just even you think about this term also, what you have 4 by 5 whole cube x cube. So if you take these powers, For powers, here 1 is less, here 2 is less. So, 1 is more, 2 is more. So, you should add that term, okay, for n value. If you consider this 3 as your n, then I have to add 1 more here in the numerator, here 2 more for your n. So, that's why while writing your n term, it comes with the practice, okay. So, you please, if you are able to write the nth term, nothing is there in this particular tests, right? So, you practice some more problems, you can easily understood. It's not that much tough, very easy, but initially you will feel somewhat difficult. And still somebody people may have doubt that why SAR is not considered 1 by 2. So as I said, that is not giving any information to write the nth term, that is one thing. The other terms are able to give some information. Even 2 by 3 into x is also giving some information. Suppose if I take x power 1, so n is equal to 1, this is n plus 1, this is n plus 2. So whole information we are able to get it. Okay, so and of course here also I can write with the help of second term, it is not easy to write your nth term. So here you should assume again 1. Okay, so that's why I just took the third term or fourth. Higher terms, if you take it, then easily you can identify what is your nth term. Anyway, you practice this type of problems so that you can easily understand, right? So this is your nth term. Once you got your nth term, nothing is there. Just you apply your formula, limit n tends to infinity, un whole to the power of 1 by n. Okay, so sorry, and this is not required, is equal to limit n tends to infinity. So now what we are doing here, un we are considering, that is n plus 1 by n plus 2 whole to the power of n, x to the power of whole to the power of 1 by n. So this power is there, so that these will be gets cancelled. What will get it? N plus 1 by n plus 2 into x, right? So now directly I can't apply the limit because we will get infinity by infinity form, that is not possible to. So that is indeterminate form. So to avoid this indeterminate form, simply you take n here outside, okay. So if you are taking n as a common, that 1 plus 1 by n in the numerator, in the denominator if you take n as a common, 1 plus 2 by n, that n will be gets cancelled. Whatever you took the common, that will becomes, that goes to cancellation into x, that x as it is. Now if you apply the limit n tends to infinity, what we are going to get it here? So 1 plus 1 by infinity means this will be 0. So 1 plus 0 by 1 plus 0, that will be of course into x. So we have x. X is a variable, right? So based on the x, how we can decide, isn't it? So as usual, x is some limit. We don't know value of x. So as usual, you can say that if x lesser than 1, then we can, as per Cauchy's root test, it is going to be convergent. If x is greater than 1, it is diverging. And of course, if the limit is equal to 1, this particular ratio test is fails to test this particular series. Okay, ratio test is going to be failed when the limit is equal to 1. So we have to test this series. I was given this nth term 1 by summation 1 by 1 minus 1 by n whole to the power of n square. So this is your un, this is equality. Okay, so now from this summation un, if you are written like this, therefore your un will be just beside your sigma symbol that you write down. As usual, apply your formula as per nth root test. Limit n tends to infinity, un whole to the power of 1 by n, that is the formula. So what is your un here? 1 by 1 minus 1 by n whole to the power of n square. Okay, whole to the power of 1 by n. So that is just, you just plug in this un value here and whole to the power of 1 by n. Now as you know, 1 to the power of any number, that is 1, that 1 n will be gets cancelled. So 1 by 1 minus 1 by n whole to the power of n. So do you remember this? What is the formula for this? Okay, so if it is a plus, that value is e. If it is 1 minus 1 by n, then whole to the power of n, then that will be, what is that value? That will be 1 by e. Okay, so 1 by e goes to the numerator, then that will becomes e. What is the value of e here? Value of e is 2.713, so that is greater than 1. So when your limit is greater than 1, by Cauchy's root test, it is going to be divergent. Okay, usually your problems may be either converging or diverging. Some cases, if you get limit equal to 1, then that is going to be test, that particular test is not suitable to test the given series. So test is going to be failed when limit is equal to 1 for Cauchy's test. So let us see one more problem. This is what it is similar to this problem only. Anyway, so we have nth term here, un, beside your sigma symbol, that is your nth term, that you plug in your formula. Okay, whole to the power of 1 by n, n will be gets cancelled. So now here 1 minus, okay, 3 by n whole to the power of n. So as you know, that is equals to e power so when you have a plus here, then that will be e value. When you have a minus, then that will be 1 by e, and whatever here the number is there, that will take it as in the power. So e power minus 3 as per the formula. So what we have, limit n tends to infinity un whole to the power of 1 by n, that is 1 by e cube. Of course 1 by e value is always less than 1. As for root test, it is going to be convergent. So let you try to solve these problems. There are certain problems. Okay, you take all these problems and check whether these are either converging or diverging. Thank you.